What's going on, y'all? Hope y'all having a wonderful day. It's your man ChaMoma back with another video. But check this out. Finally, the dribble tutorial y'all been waiting for. A full-length dribble tutorial for last gen and next gen NBA 2K21. First of all, I'm gonna start off with the last gen SIGS. If you guys are gonna use these, use them if you want to. It's up to you. But just know if you don't do certain moves, it's not my fault. I'm showing you all my signature styles I'm using for last gen, and also my next gen guys, I got y'all as well. But for all my last gen players, make sure you guys copy these SIGS. You don't gotta copy all of them, but the ones that you wanna copy is basically the SIGS size up, the basic size up, yeah, stuff like that, and the escape. But check this out. For y'all next gen players, y'all can copy all this. I don't care. Y'all can have it all. You can have all of it. Maybe the only thing you might change is your signature size up for actually doing a rhythm dribble. So if you want to switch that, you can change to Jamal Crawford, Chris Paul. It's up to you. You could keep the Tim Hardaway, but that's up to you guys. And the way we're going to do this, we're going to end up starting up last gen NBA 2K21 real quick. It's only going to be 3 dribble moves that's different, that's not in that game for next gen. But if you guys want to skip to the next gen tutorial, it's somewhat similar to the current gen, you can. It's 3 dribble moves like I said. It is the speed boost glitch, momentum, and quick stop. Those are the 3 moves on current gen / last gen that is not the same on next gen. The way I speed boost glitch, it might be different since I haven't played the game in a minute. So check this out. I usually flick my right stick up to get the crossover animation, and then I run to the opposite direction. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes, but you have to move your my player first before you hit R2. So once you do your right stick flick up with no R2, you run to the opposite direction and then hold R2. So once you do that, you want to get a quick little speed boost. That's literally what it is. So once you flick your right stick, you can do between the legs, you can do an actual flick up, you can do it behind the back as well. You want to move your player first, then hold R2 to get the speed boost glitch animation. For anybody that doesn't understand, move your my player with the left stick, then hold R2. You're gonna get a crazy little animation as you see in these clips that you about to see. If you guys want me to be honest, this is really a dribble exploit. I cannot lie. It's literally, the name is a speed boost glitch. If you don't think this is a glitch, I know it's the only way somewhat to dribble on this game since 2K has patched the regular speed boost animations out of any dribble move that you usually does. But look, check this out. As y'all mostly ask me, how do you spam momentum? How do you even do the momentum? So a lot of people still ask me to this day on current gen, how are you able to do momentum? And I gave them my 6, and everything that you're gonna see in this video already gave to them. The links will be in the description if you want to watch those videos if you don't believe me. Also, certain moves I won't be teaching you in this video because I already have videos on it. So look, for the momentum, all of this, point your left stick to the top, right or left, or wherever you want to go, but going to the right, you're going to point it to the top right and moving your right stick to the right as well while holding R2. You can do it without R2, it's your choice, but more people feel comfortable with using R2, and it's the same way with going to the left. And once you get that down and you get to do the fast momentums, that's when you'll end up spamming the momentum, getting it all down packed. So if you're trying to spam momentum, try to do this, come into my court, play against somebody, do a little workout, and just try to spam momentum, try to get your hang down and get your timing down when you do momentums, and try to do quick stops, all the other stuff. But when it comes to doing quick stops on NBA 2K21 last gen is not the same as current gen. As y'all know, y'all can run around the whole court and quick stop on this game, but on next gen, you only can do 1 dribble move off of speed boost animation and quick stop. But all you have to do is literally flick your right stick to the opposite ball hand. So if you're running to the right, you're gonna flick it to the left to get the between the legs animation, and you're gonna shoot. Once you get that animation when it goes between your legs and you can still dribble, practice that until you get it down. But if you want more details on how to learn how to quick stop, I have a whole video to help you practice. But for all my guys that's in last gen, current gen, we're switching over to next gen, and most of these moves that you're gonna see is gonna help you get down and get your dribble all the way up. So we gotta learn from the basics. The basics is regular crossover. The regular crossover, flicking your right stick up, only up, gives you a regular crossover in NBA 2K21. A lot of y'all guys need to know certain things like this because these do help, because they did change it from 2K20 from 2K21 as we have a new dribbling system. Flick your right stick, you can speed boost out of this. If you're on next gen, I don't know about current gen or last gen, but mostly on next gen, if you flick your right stick up and run in a certain direction, you will be able to speed boost out of it, especially with the dribble boost I have gave you guys. So check this out. As y'all learned that real quick, if you didn't get it down, make sure you go back in the video. The reason you'll see the controllers in the bottom left or the bottom right, this will let you know where the ball is in your hand. So if the controller's in the left, you're going to end up having the ball in your left hand, and you're going to end up doing the moves to where I'm showing you. If the controller's in the right corner, you're gonna end up having the ball is in your right hand and flicking your right stick to the left. So look, to do a between the legs animation, you're gonna end up flicking it to the left and flicking it to the right. That's how you do it between the legs on NBA 2K21 next gen and last gen. It's the same thing. For all my guys that want to end up doing between the legs combos, it's somewhat different because of the SIGS I gave you guys. But on next gen, it will look just like this. On current gen, it will be way different because the best moves are the ones I gave you for last gen. But for all my guys that want to learn how to speed boost and do this little gather move and sway back and forth, all you gotta do is hold your right stick to the left or the right and you will end up getting this animation. It's a quick little hold, it's not like a long hold. To do that little sway animation, that's all it is, and get the between the animation. Once you get the between the legs animation, you can get a great speed boost animation, bro. But this move I like doing, I don't know what it is. It's just throw a lot of defenders off guard. They got them moving and they end up getting too happy on defense. But for the next move, it is the behind the back, standing behind the back. A standing behind the back, all it is flicking your right stick diagonal down. Yes, they did change it. Diagonal down, it's the same way on last gen as well. If you want to do a behind the back move, you flick your right stick diagonal down to the opposite ball hand. You can spam it all you want, but this is exactly how you do it. So if the ball is in your left hand, you're gonna flick it to the right. The ball is in your right hand, you're gonna flick it to the left. You can spam it, but it's also other ways to do the behind the back on this game, and it's with the same way. So all you guys that want to ask me, how do you do a moving behind the back? I got y'all. All y'all wants to ask me, how you heck you do a behind the back in this speed boost? All I'm doing is flicking my right stick diagonal down and I'm running to the direction I flicked it to, and I get a crazy speed boost. It also works on last gen as well for anybody that's going to ask. The next move I'm going to show you is the James Harden step back escape. This is really me flicking my right stick down while holding R2. It will give you this animation 100% of the time, especially if you're using the signature styles I gave you. So look, all it is, flick your right stick down while you're holding R2, you will get this animation every time. You can speed boost out of it, you can do a crossover out of it, you can start comboing up out of it, you can do whatever you want really out this move. You can do it behind the back or curry out this move, so you can practice a lot of ways. But if you guys do not want to use that one, you can use the original one. It's just flicking your right stick back right towards you, and you will end up getting the regular size up. The thing about this one, it is a somewhat delay on the controller when you end up doing it. Plugging it in and not having it plugged in, it is somewhat an input delay when you use this. That's why most of the time you see people do the R2 version, because it is way slower and you do this one. But if you want to do it behind the back, for all my guys who do behind the back, if you want to move up the court, you're going to hold R2, flick your right stick diagonally down to the opposite ball hand. So if the ball is in your left hand, you're going to flick it diagonally down to the right, and you will get this every time. But check this out. If you want to go to the opposite ball hand, you're going to flick it diagonally left while holding R2. But if you want to spam this, you have to wait a slight 1 second or half a second before you go back to back. So if you want to end up doing behind the back, you have to take a quick little second to actually do it behind the back to back while you're moving up the court. So anybody that's going to end up learning how to do the curry behind the back, I already dropped the video of how to do curry behind the back plus curry behind the back combos. So the link will be in the description if you want to learn how to do this. All it is literally diagonal down, holding now. You're holding your right stick diagonally down to actually activate this animation to the opposite ball hand. So if the ball is in my right hand, I'm diagonally down to the left, holding it. And then if the ball is in my left hand, I'm diagonally down to the right, holding it to get this animation every time. If you want more combos to put with this curry, make sure you go check out that video, because that video, hey, I was comboing up. I was doing my thing. Like, even though this is one of the most used moves in the game, hey, I had to show y'all boys. But to actually do a rhythm dribble this year, a rhythm dribble in NBA 2K21, it is literally holding your right stick up. That's all it is. Holding your right stick up will give you your rhythm dribble or SIGS size up animation. For if anybody that did not know that, that's how you do a rhythm dribble / SIGS size up on NBA 2K21. On last gen, you will not be able to do this speed boost animation out of rhythm dribble. That will be only on next gen. But for all my guys that like doing walk-up size ups, or they just like throwing it in combos, I'm going to teach you how to do a walking size up. To do a walking size up to escape, you're going to hold your left stick back while you're holding your right stick forward to do this animation. The only way you can do this is holding your right stick forward. You have to hold it, not flick. You hold it while you move your left stick around the court. You can do this little side gather, walking size up. And if you want to do a regular walking size up, you just hold your right stick up, no R2, and you just move your my player forwards. and if you want to get into an actual dribble move, you just stop and then you start dribbling. Well, one of the things I'm about to get into is one of the simplest moves that's literally getting people cooked out here on 2K. So look, check this out. As y'all know, on next gen, there's a hesitation on this game that can break ankles the same way as one on current gen / last gen. And to do a hesitation, all you have to do is run to the left or run to the right, flick your right stick to the same ball hand. So if I'm running to the right, I'm flicking my right stick to the right. If I'm running to the left, I'm flicking my left stick to the right. And well, with this being a thing of using these hesitations on last gen, you can speed boost glitch out of this. So if you don't run to the left, you can do a quick hesitation and then you can do the speed boost glitch out of hesitation. Well, on next gen, you can end up breaking somebody's ankles about 5 feet away from you with using a hesitation. Right now, I'm doing the Stephen Curry step back, and all I'm doing is flicking my right stick down. You could do R2, but it's better to use regular without R2 because you drain less stamina. That's one thing as well. If you do certain moves, you drain more stamina holding R2, so keep that in mind. But a move that has been somewhat nerfed compared to all the other years, the half spin. The half spin this year is somewhat different. Doing the half spin on NBA 2K21, you know you have to rotate your right stick on the same ball hand and flick it towards the top. So you're rotating it from the right, if it's in your right hand, all the way to the top. So 3 o'clock all the way to 12 counterclockwise. And if the ball is in your left hand, you're rotating it from 9 o'clock to 12 clockwise. With doing half spins, you can do a half spin almost on every build, as long as you somewhat have like a 40 ball control so you don't fumble the ball when you do a half spin. But mostly, any build on the game can do this move right here. It does not have to be a dribble move. This is one of the moves that's in the game that 2K has put in the game that you can just do with no matter what build you're on. It don't matter if you're 7 foot, 7'3", 5'7", 5'10", 5'4". It don't matter if you're using a female my player. This move has been used for years. It is not a dribble SIG for anybody that's going to ask in the comment section. It's literally you rotating your right stick from right to top or left to top. But when it comes to the spin back, a lot of you guys has been asking me in NBA 2K21 next gen, how do you do that spin back? How do you do the spin back? There's 2 different spin back animations I get. The good spin back animation is sometimes rare to get, but the one when using basic one spin, the one I get all the time when I do a spin back is this one right here. Me just flicking my right stick towards me. So I'm literally rotating my right stick from the top of the right stick all the way to the bottom based on the ball hand. So if I'm on my right ball hand, I'm going to end up rotating to the top all the way from the right to the bottom. To get the good spin back, you have to rotate it from basically the left to the bottom or the right to the bottom. It's literally rotating the right stick towards you. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. But most of the time, you're going to be facing towards the rim. You want your my player facing towards the rim. He cannot be moving to a diagonal angle. He has to be straight up and down of the rim to do the spin back perfectly to get that animation. But for today's last and final move, we have the explosive behind the back. Y'all know about this move from 2K20. To do the explosive behind the back, you're going to end up moving your right stick to the behind the back animation, so that's diagonal down, while your left stick is going to the direction you want to go. So if the ball is in my right hand, I'm going to end up flicking my right stick diagonal down to the left, while my left stick is going to the left as well, pointing to the top left. So look, you can spam this on last gen, but on next gen it is kind of hard to spam, and it's not as quick as last gen. For all my current gen / gen players, it is very fast for you guys because you can spam it back and forth, but on next gen you cannot spam it. For also, if you want to end up doing some combos with this, I prefer you do some combos with Curry or end up doing some spin backs off these. It literally kills defenders easily. But if you guys learned something from today's video, make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe, put on those notifications, make sure you the bell and make sure it's on all. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. It may your man ChaMoma. See you in the next video, and I'm out, y'all. Peace.